Hey guys, here with another high rank match between Oni, who is ranked 19. Whoa, this guy really went down.
Yeah.
And Calisk, who is rank 1 overall. With us is Mr. Zorboe.
Hello. So Underdepth's ultra popular right now.
Yeah, I thought Oni pretty much played FS exclusively, but he probably got bored.
Well, he was playing SP2, but I'd also like to take a moment to thank the rune value of Underdepth's champions for effectively giving me an entire BG for one EXO. So, thank you, Underdepths, for your ridiculous value.
Alright, you trade the Arbiter into Poxbox for 4 legendaries, 10 exotics, and
like 8 rares.
Yeah.
And a handful of uncommons and commons.
I ought to do that with one of mine, because I only run one in my UDBG anyway. She's not 2x auto.
The ST bonus. God.
What, you don't like it?
ST and IS bonus are just so over the top to me.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, the AP.
Because one extra AP is huge.
Well, I mean, it's not the ST bonus, it's just the Arctic. If it was just on deploy, it would be one thing, but you know, you can ice storm into a middle font and suddenly everything is -1 speed on their side, and all your guys are getting 1 AP.
Yeah. And then now that has ice storm lasts for 10 years or something.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But there's the
underpowered.
Yeah, it's the legendary that needed a buff.
Because it was too bad.
Yeah, jeez, Underdepths players. But I think that was kind of a not really a great deploy on account of Calisk having a Windstriker champ out in the field.
Mm-hmm. Not just any Windstriker champ.
Probably the best Windstriker champ.
Well, I'd say it's a tie between him and the Boiled Windstriker, because as you know, the Windstriker has Surge Boil, Blitz, and Encouraged, plus Windstriker.
I would put Outraider ahead of it because of Lift and because of Charge Frostcone.
Oh right, so yeah, I totally forgot about Lift for a second. Never mind, because he can turn anything into a flyer.
Exactly. So, and it shouldn't work like that. It really shouldn't. I don't think. But you know, ST players will just say, "But my faction is boring to play, so it's foul."
What?
That's usually what they say. Like when they're defending that giant lady that was their EXO or legendary.
Alright, she's boring.
She's boring, so...
They've said that about every legendary release. You know, Chronomancer was released and, she's so boring, she can't attack. Then Snowcharger Cavalry was released and, he's so boring, all he does is charge. I mean, you didn't see IS players complaining about the Charger Knight, did you?
No, but IS players were probably busy crying about something else. So, this is usually what they do. Man. But yeah, that's usually the rebuttal. And it's like, what is boring, and talking about the Snowcharger Cavalry, what's boring about like a 10 AP on deploy with 20 damage and charge 3 and conquest kill? What? With like 80 HP and 5 defense or whatever it is. It's ridiculous. Oh, for it, what is it, 80 something Nora? It's just...
Yeah, it's 80, 81, I think. Not sure, don't quote me on it. But
and not only that, it can get boosted pretty easily.
I think SG is going back to the swap days when you could just not position against them at all, because you would get swapped and Gale Forced, and there was Boon of the Wind just giving them AP for free. And if you think about it, with the Stars here and the Lonks Beast Tamer, they got 2 Invigorate units.
Yeah.
With stuff like the Owl Raider, who has Wind Striker and Lift, Blitz, it can be just devastating.
Yeah. I remember I was playing Calisk, and it's so hard to count your AP versus a lot of those kinds of beats, because where do you end up leaving your champions? Like, where do you place your champions? Where is the edge of the threat range when you have Julia with Drive from the Beast Tamer and Invigorate? Like, where do you move? Do you account for Invigorate and Drive every turn because you know it's there? It's what it does is it really causes your opponent to have to really think about their positioning. That's nuts to me.
Not just that, because I just remembered another particular rune which makes me really paranoid when I'm fighting SD. Fern Hideout.
That's true too, yeah.
I mean, between Swap, Fern Hideout, 2 Invigorate units, Drive.
Well, there's the Invigorate unit.
Yeah.
And, okay, 63 health, 62 Nora. Alright? That's what you call efficiency. And not only that, Invigorate, Drive, with an attack, and boost. Are you kidding me? Sokolov, if you're watching this, please have a heart.
Please.
Please. Oh, my God. But yeah, I may be slightly biased against ST because I hate the faction.
Maybe that's.
But still, I mean, you can't really argue with that, though, can you?
No,
like,
I just stated my viewpoint here.
Yeah, if someone was like, I think Beast Tamer needs to be toned down, how do you justify her cost from what she does? What would you say to somebody that was like, let's nerf her?
I would say that I agree, and maybe she could just lose a lot of base HP, you know? Because, I mean, that's... With a War Banner, you're reaching above 1-to-1 ratio on just Nora to HP. I mean, even if you wanted to focus fire her, it's not going to be easy.
No. I mean, 63 health, 1 defense. Man. That's... So...
You know, it might actually be my fault, because I remember a long time ago I asked for Long's Beast Tamer to be buffed.
Way to go.
Because, I remember this one time I was like, oh, Arctic Tiger, this thing is awesome, because it gets stronger if you have Longs. And then you can boost it, so I was like, this is the best thing ever. But I lost horribly with my primitive STBG. Wait, did someone disconnect?
No. Well, yeah, it's stuck at double zeros. Only time I can see that is with the friendly quit. I think it's the only time that it stops like that.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's back up. It looks like it's going to stalemate. Okay, there's friendly quit, I think.
Maybe.
That was gay.
Hey, we're still recording.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter.